Foota hype, I'm the most trending thing on YouTube and all social media platforms. How is it then that I would need your platform to amplify my voice? Don't you want your partner draw? And
Hey guys, it's a girl Kissy Unstoppable, yet with another video again. So guys, this is about Andre is talking about the whole thing that Foota Hype said. So he's eating back at Foota Hype, and then he have a live with Pastor Perkins and lawyer Valerie Nita Robinson, and he's talking the bag of things about allegedly about the Prime Minister of Jamaica. So guys, before we take on over to the video, I want to know, like, share, comment and subscribe. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do so. Let's go over and take a watch and take a look. Who want to watch, who want to look what Andrea has to say.
I saw a video of Foota Hype speaking. I saw a video of Foota Hype speaking and him calling me this brat. He calling me the corrupt one. But I want Foota Hype and a few others to understand how I work. Can you tag Foota Hype, please? Can you all tag Foota Hype for me, please? Because I think he needs to be tagged to understand a few things about me. Understanding a few things about me, he'll realize that I'm not one of those people who can be easily swayed. I'm not one of those people that can easily swayed. Not living a gay lifestyle. I have a particular preference, but that doesn't mean that I'm living a particular lifestyle. Foota Hype. You don't have my level of intellectual capabilities. For an entertainer, you're brilliant. But if we go down the road of who sounds more factual, argumentation is grounded, Foota Hype, you couldn't beat me in a debate. And the fundamental reason of which I call on you to join the conversation is not to use a platform. Foota Hype, I'm the most trending thing on YouTube and all social media platforms. How is it then that I would need your platform to amplify? I have Wayne Lonesome's platform. I have Jamaican Carlos platform. I have Mountain Massey platform, Virtual Boss platform. But Foota Hype, I chose you to have the conversation with me for the basis that, honorable gentleman, on the basis that you have been speaking for near 3 years about the system of rigidity, the system of corruption, cronyism, the system of capitalism that is capitalism to the detriment of people. That is why. That is why, Foota Hype, you should not even be having a conversation about who is brilliant and who is not, and who want to use whose voice and who want. No, man. Think about it, sir. In advocacy, the more voices are joined, is the more the conversation is so solid. It is called joined up approach. So if you, me, Wayne Lonesome, Dr. Jamaica Carlos, Virtual TV, Mountain Massey comes together on one platform, you would have amplified the voice by numbers. So you're carrying your numbers, you're carrying that number, you're carrying that number, and you're carrying that number. So if you are going to say Foota Hype, which I find it very, I think possibly your level of education don't let you understand how advocacy have the joined up approach. If you want to get rid of a government that is corrupt as the present government, the only way you can do that is through a joined up approach where teachers, nurses, doctors, police, entertainers, social media influencers, the media, the traditional media is not one that amplifies the voice of the ghetto youth. The little boy's throat was slashed. The little boy's throat was slashed. The young man with Down syndrome's throat was slashed. And at no point has the government come out emphatically, categorically, and say that is enough. Come on, man. You as people must realize that if somebody has joined your conversation, who knows history? Who remembered history when the Roman Empire was to be defeated? How did the Roman Empire stood up? It was the 13th Legion. The 13th Legion, the forgotten people. Yes, I attended Waterford Primary School from grade 3 right up to grade 6. But it is the what? This organization called unity. And that is what saved the Roman Empire. For us to save Jamaica, we need to join forces. Forces in advocacy. That is why it is called the United States, the United Emirates, the United this, the United Kingdom. Because it's not one, not two, not three. It is multiple voices being amplified under one voice. So when you're going to talk about, the Sprat, and don't you ever disrespect me and say to me, oh, I'm a Sprat, I'm a this and that. That is discrimination. That is a hate crime. You must tolerate people as though people tolerate you, even though you bully us. I am one of the very few who respect to say I want to have a conversation with you from the LGBTQ community. How dare you? How dare you insult such a man? How dare you? How dare you insult my integrity to ask that I'm a part of a corruption? Had I been a part of the corruption, you Foota Hype will never get the chance to speak, because I have the abilities to shut down every voice around Andrew Holiness. But I have not done that. When I see the skullduggery that they represent, when I see the corruption that they represent, do you think I am satisfied? Do you think I'm satisfied when I see labor rights are hungry, labor rights taken out of their job under a Labour Party government? I am not a part of a conversation about who is better than who, and who is the messenger and who is carrying the better message. The message that we need now is sustainability, accountability. Accountability.
This is my new platform I'm working off. I like it because it's very easy. It's very simple to operate. Andre, I think, is there any way you can lower your seat? Andre, if you can lower your seat some, because I'm seeing only half of your face.
Yes, I'm here.
Pull back a little from the camera.
Hold a second, the signal is a bit bad.
I know, don't worry about it yet. We're not there yet. We are live, but everybody knows that this is live programming. He's gonna come back up. All right, let me get him again.
I don't need to have both.
1 second. I get you back on. You're back up. You just have to line your face up in the camera. If you see, can you see the 3 screens, Andre?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, position yourself so we can see your face. Because I know a lot of ladies are, and whoever else, I don't want to frame you into anything. So, hey, yeah, welcome. So we all know your story, so we're not hiding anything here.
Good night, Jamaica. Good night to the world.
Yes. Let me just do it officially and say, good evening. Good evening, one and all. Good afternoon in some places. And to others, good morning. And what else? So we want to say welcome, one and all, to yet another live, at what I call Under the Spotlight. This evening we are, what I want to do, sometimes I forget this, is to ask people to share, to like, and to subscribe. Because sometimes I try to reach everyone, and I really work hard at this, going through WhatsApp groups and everything and send out invitations. So, but if I should get people to start subscribing, it would help a lot to reach more people. So if you're on, I'm streaming onto 3 platforms right now: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And I did send an email out just, well, a Facebook advisory just now how to get onto Twitter. It's at King Jams, and that is my Twitter link or handle, as I call it. So now, this evening, we are welcoming to our live called Under the Spotlight. We have two very dynamic people from the Jamaican society. I want to start, not to ask you to say anything yet, I want to just introduce you, because I have some things on my mind about a person such as Andre. Andre, to me, we are all energy. We are all vibrating. Everything in this life that we see is vibrating. The trees, the stones, everything vibrates at a different frequency. Sometimes some things, if you get one of those tuning fork and you hit it, it makes a sound until it, dissipates out into the ether. And so sometimes we see some people come into the earth and they just create a kind of dissonance, vibration, and it just goes all over the earth, even into the universe. And we know of, Bob Marley, we know Martin Luther King, we know of all these people such as the Prophet Muhammad, Jesus, all those people, and they come and they're just one person and they make some noise. They say something and it just goes out and, create.
Can I say to you, Uncle Stafford, all of that introduction is not needed. They are pressing matters.
I want to do this. Just
pressing matters.
I know you're raring to go, and let me just finish this. So, he's here and he doesn't want I know I'm like that in some way. I don't like people to pour praise upon me, but sometimes I have to frame it, to say he has created a storm literally throughout the Jamaican society, and it's going out all over the world. So with that, I'm going to say welcome to you, Andre Stevens. But let me just say the lady's name, a very important attorney in Jamaica. This is a big lady in Jamaica.
Chilbert, can I just say to you, if I have any serious problem, Learned Counsel will be my first on the case.
Boy, I tell you. And I
can tell you, when she takes the case, it's serious problem.
And she doesn't.
Because the Learned Counsel has all of the voice notes.
Yes, and she doesn't discriminate as to who she takes. I've seen her go. She's connected to one group of people in Jamaica, but she will go on the opposite side and defend just the same and in a strong way and win cases too. So I know you're raring to go, Andre. So let me run through this very fast with Miss Barry.
Stafford, you have done enough. Just let me speak, please.
Hold on. Calm. So, Miss Valerie, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. First, I'm going to ask you then, Andre, so as not to hold you back. Introduce yourself. I'd like people to tell me a little bit about themselves. I know nothing about your early days, how you came, where you were born, all that kind of nice. We did about, say, 3 to 5 minutes.
So my name is Andre Stephanus Stevens. And the shortening for that would be ASA. And ASA in African language is Asa or Ashe. It means yes, in agreement. So
position your face again for me, please. I'm not seeing you. Yeah, thank you.
I come from an order called Ashe. And if you're from the Yoruba tribe, you know what Ashe means. I'm giving some people tonight research to go what Ashe means. I'm 30 years old. I'm a mental health survivor. I'm a restaurateur and celebrity chef. I am a radio host. I have had my Learned Queen's Counsel on my radio program of late last year, speaking about the tensions and state of public emergencies that she spoke so passionately and eruditely about. I am a farmer. I'm an interior decorator. I'm a designer stylist. Right? I am a philanthropist. Today, I did over 250 meals for the homeless people. That's what I do every Sunday. And there are 52 Sundays of every year. So I've gone 2 Sundays. So I have 50 more Sundays to go out of this year to see to it that I feed homeless people right across Jamaica. Coupled with that, I'm a political dog. I was the one who assisted the JLP in crafting from poverty to prosperity. I was the one who assisted the present Prime Minister in his wardrobe redefinition, his speaking to the common man, him reasoning and being able to reason. Remember when him drop him foot and go across the river? Those are the kind of things. I was the ordinary person who did those things. And that is why I could take 1.5 weeks and become the most sensational topic in the world. My partner, draw. And right now, the Prime Minister has been placed between a rock and a hard place because every Jamaican wants their partner draw. Queen's Counsel Valrenita, don't you want your partner draw? Stafford Perkins,
Definitely.
wouldn't you want your partner draw as a member of the diaspora? Tell
Sure.
Jamaica, don't you want your partner draw? And I represent the voice for the voiceless. I represent the voice for those who are in need. I represent the voice for the prostitute, the man from LGBT, the woman who is gay, the woman who is lesbian, the woman uptown that is being abused by her husband, the woman who is suffering from mental health disorder, who has that child. I represent the woman whose child was slit with the Down syndrome. I represent those dons who wants freedom. I represent those people who want freedom from community and bondages that they have been. Who killed Roy Fowle? Who killed Wani British? I represent those people who want answers to who killed those family members. Queen's Counsel, if you should carry a case against the government about the amount of people who have been killed or are alleged to have been killed by them, you would have been a billionaire by now because you would have been just as how the plaintiff, what's her name? How to Get Away with Murder. She was able to put a case against the government. If you put this case against the government based on the amount of allegations of who they have killed, come on, man, Queen's Counsel. It is ravishing. When we look at our society now, over 70 people have been murdered in less. Over 70 people have been murdered in less than a month. It speaks to a serious situation. Why is Horace Chang still the Minister of National Security? Why is Major Anthony General still the Chief, the Commissioner of Police? The people are tired. The people are fed up. What is the legacy of Andrew Holiness? What is the legacy of Horace Chang? Let me tell you the legacy of Andrew Holiness. Crime, COVID, and corruption. Crime, COVID, and corruption. When you think about the legacy of Horace Chang, crime, and corruption, cronyism and nepotism. That is the legacy that we have inherited and we need to have it stopped. Queen's Counsel and Stafford Henry. Will you stand with me to stop what is happening in this country? Will you deny me like how many have denied me? Do you say that I am foolish? Do you say that I am mad? Do you say because I'm a homosexual you won't stand with me? Stafford Henry, Valrenita, tell me now. Yeah. Tell me now. Tell me now if you will stand with me so we can have this conversation in full.
Okay, so well, Andre, the reason why I have you here and is because I was attracted to you. You don't necessarily want to hear the metaphysical part of it, but I'm attracted to you in terms of your mind, what you're saying and how you're expressing yourself. And so this is why you're on the program and I'm on this program with you this evening because I'm already standing with you. And I'm pretty sure the council, the Queen's Counsel will
yeah, well, my view of Andre.
Ma'am, may I ask you to introduce yourself and then address Mr.
Oh, well, I'm just plain old Valerie.
Oh, you give me the real where you start, which part of Jamaica, which part of Kingston, however. All right?
Oh, Thank you. You know, I actually was born in Spanish Town. And
that's what I want to hear.
Appleton Estate in St. Elizabeth. I'm a country girl. Mm-hmm. But I share the passion of Andre. I kind of know where he's coming from because I think a lot of Jamaicans and myself are at that stage where we see our beautiful country not progressing, not being able to fulfill the needs and aspiration and dreams of the ordinary Jamaican people. And we, of course, share the view that politics is a part of the problem, and we would like to see it rectified. So I understand where Andre is coming from. I support his passion, and I support his movement. What I would love to see is for Andrew to use that passion to move this desire to let the Jamaican people know the truth about matters, and to urge them to vote wisely and not foolishly. I would like to see Andre transform it into a movement, not a political party, but a movement, where he can speak on either PNP or JLP, because he's not connected to either of the two. So I kind of, Andre, I understand your passion, and I identify with it, certainly.
All right.
You know, thank you so much, Learned Council. You know, when I asked tonight, what is the legacy of the Prime Minister, Andrew Michael Holiness? Auntie Valerie, when I look in our communities that are plagued with crime and violence, when I look at the mother who has the child that his throat was slashed, when I look at 10-year-old Jazera, when I look at the amount of children who have been killed under the watch of Andrew Michael Holiness, it begs me to question, is this his true legacy? When I look at the teachers not being paid, when I look at the teachers not being paid, when I look at the public servants being disrespected and disregarded, that's the legacy of Andrew Holiness.
Right.
When I look at the corruption in government, the man says that his assets is $192 million, Valerie. The house alone value near $400-500 million. How then can your asset be $192 million?
Well,
Are we
one of the
foolish?
problems, Andre, one of the problems we have in Jamaica is that there's no transparency. There's no transparency, and there's no accountability on all scales of this country. And frankly, I mean, my generation has failed to establish, to ensure that we have accountability and transparency. And I am hoping that Andre's generation can do something.
Fix that.
And this is
when I've just finished, let me finish about the legacy. So when I look at the corruption in government, him have Bobby Montague, him have Floyd Green with the thing, and him legitimize him and put him back there. So, but you know, when I look at Jamaica House, Bobby Montague turned the kitchen lady. Bobby Montague serving him water, him juice, him tin mackerel, him salmon, and him caviar. Bobby Montague, I watch the dishes for him. That is why I'm at Bobby Montague up there. Floyd Green up there, because Floyd Green turn one of the send-up boy them. Matthew Samuda turn one of the send-up boy them. Nestor Morgan has always been a send-up boy. So him have all of them there. You think of me, them in a watch? And me, them send for watch. Me, Valerie, because the movement I get strong. Them I wonder how to take me down. Valerie, yesterday I got some messages, Stafford, on Instagram, telling me which politician sleep with me, which politician do this. And I can't say categorically and emphatically. No politician from J or P can say lay down with me or me sleep with them. Because this a boy here. This a boy here can beat my chest and can tell you, say, me not afraid of no boy, no girl, no dear. And me can't talk any one of them things because I never lie down with them.
All right.
Well, when you see those things, Andrew, it really is a distraction. So keep your focus. Your mission is to let Jamaicans know what is happening in our political sphere. And
Yes, man.
To challenge things that are happening, especially the way the poor are being treated and relegated in this society. So keep your focus. You have already said that you are gay, and in today's world, that is accepted. Everybody has a choice. That is your choice, and you have to be respected and regarded for that. That is not the issue. The issue is the message you are trying to send, and we hope Jamaican people are listening to the message. One of the most important messages you are giving is that corruption in the political sphere affects every Jamaican, every single Jamaican.
True.
And so, where in the past, Jamaicans were saying they don't business with corruption, it's not affecting them. But it is affecting you. And whenever you speak, you tell us how it affects the ordinary livelihood of the Jamaican people, the livelihood of the police, the teachers, all of those who are trying to give yeoman service to this country so that we can grow and move forward.
Let me ask Andre this question. You have known the Emperor Nero for a long time, and I don't want to call names so anybody can come.
You mean Pharaoh? You mean Pharaoh?
Pharaoh, better yet, Pharaoh. And you have known him, and you could have been, might have even found yourself in a position like Joseph in Potiphar's house.
Yes, and I've been preaching about that message of Joseph, how Potiphar's wife locked with Joseph. No, that is the story we're going to talk tonight. The wicked Potiphar's wife. Potiphar's wife is a wicked woman.
When did you meet them? What age were you when you met them? How did you get in the story?
I was just leaving high school at age 16. The 25th of June 2008. My then principal, Joan Tizer Mills, introduced me to Pharaoh. And she told Pharaoh, please to see to it that you protect my son. Pharaoh gave that commitment, and on the 26th of June, that was the Friday morning, I was at the Ministry of Education on the 3rd floor, being one of the assistants to Pharaoh's political assistant, Miller, Big Rob.
And then what? They brought you into the party? How did you end up in the
I end up in the party till the point I ran even for councillor in 2012 for the Jamaica Labour Party in Waterford. Waterford is a PMP stronghold, and I was the only Labourite who come close to me carry Pharaoh in a Waterford. Me carry Pharaoh in a Waterford. Me show PMP say me not afraid of them, Valerie. And when I carried, they have to carry Portia, they have to carry Peter Phillips, they have to carry so much, because they say that little one boy are too strong.
So how did it end up? Did you win?
Me couldn't win in a Waterford. You know, sister, I get a PMP, Tivoli Gardens that.
Oh, the Garrison. Yeah. And so now you moved up the food chain in the party to the point where you
moved up to them would call me send out boy for Pharaoh. Pharaoh couldn't eat him food if me not taste it. Them used to call me social secretary. Means say Pharaoh and Cleopatra, Pharaoh and Potiphar's wife could not eat unless me taste the food. That was how I was in the command.
Now let me ask you this: when you say that, I want to get this straight. Is that a literal thing? Because I get the impression that Pharaoh sees himself as an emperor, as some kind of a Nero. Is this
Pharaoh sees himself as untouchable? Right now we know. Enough Jamaicans must know the reason why Pharaoh can't sleep, and not because of the picking them. Pharaoh don't want me to tell Jamaica who are the matey.
And so you were the trusted what is it? Valet, is that it?
Yes, I was a trusted valet. Who would have carried the messages and all of those things for Pharaoh.
So and then he won that first term.
As them win the election, Potiphar wife come and say you can't be beside a Pharaoh because them gonna say you're gay, and by extension them gonna say the husband, the Pharaoh gay, so you can't around him. So me ask and say, oh, if you say that you have so much alleged homosexuals in the Labour Party, what to the man at Portmore, where the Rasta man?
And so the friction started from there then, that you're too close to him.
Yeah, so she say, because we never tell her, say, Pharaoh and ex did not sleep, me by extension, guilty too.
Okay.
And if you don't believe me, me can give me have the voice note when me give to Learned Counsel Valerie. She have it and she hear it. So if them believes a lie, me I tell, she'll be ready to play it in the court.
Andre, you have been saying some pretty damning things about the emperor and his lady and his queen. Aren't you afraid in any way that you could be hurt?
He that is with fear is twice defeated in the race of life. If it is, there was no truth to it, they would have come and lock me down against and sue me, right, Valerie?
Definitely.
Why can't they come for me? Because I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just talking just mere allegations. It is for them to denounce it and to say nothing don't go so. And then the court of public opinion will decide when I play the voice notes.
And then so you, because you know of the inner workings of the thing, did you ever hear them discuss who gets what? Were you that close to them to hear how when things are being shared up? Did you ever?
When things are being shared up, there are only two people who discusses it: Pharaoh and Cleopatra. And then the chief of staff is told after a meeting with both of them how this thing is gonna work. Okay? Nobody else knows about it until Pharaoh and Cleopatra sit down and discuss it.
But how do you learn about it? You just from observation, or how do you learn about some of the things you have stated in the past?
Just say, Stafford, is not everything is good to eat, is good to talk.
Okay.
What I know is what I know, and I will share it in confidence with my Queen's Counsel, who will one day have to represent me against the government of Jamaica.
Okay. All right. So you, after the when was it? When did the breakdown, the real breakdown, as it is today? When did that start? Because
in 2018, in 2018, I had a spiritual attack. Many people said it's a mad attack, but no, I can confirm it was a spiritual attack. I was naked in halfway tree. Valerie would know about the case because my prophet possibly would have spoken to her about all that I went through. Prophet Lexi has told Valerie of all that. Am I telling any lie, Auntie Valerie?
No, not at all.
Prophet Lexi knows all that I have been through. And Prophet Lexi carries all of my visions with me.
Let me ask you this. Did you ever give thought to that it could have been something physical? Somebody might have given you something to eat, drink,
No,
smoke?
it is witchcraft. And I'm going to tell you what the witchcraft. It come from Upper East Rural St. Andrew. Upper East Rural St. Andrew, the witchcraft come from. Because when I was in the hospital, the same Cleopatra sent her slippers for me, Valerie. As I put on the slippers, my foot was swollen and my foot became twisted. I asked my doctor, Dr. Sandra Nesbitt, about it.
So you think that you're thinking that Cleopatra was now ready to get her revenge for you being so close?
Because I did not tell Cleopatra who the matey is. And Cleopatra wanted to know who the matey is.
Okay. But you saw the emperor and the matey together, or is just rumors were
The
flying.
Emperor and the Métis has been around together from 2012, from 2013, 2012. Their relationship has always been standing.
Would that be the same person who had something to do with Petrodram or one of those places?
Nope. Okay. Nope. The Métis sits in the parliament. That's the most I can say.
Okay. See, I think I know. I think I might have an idea who it is. Which one day we'll probably exchange private notes on that.
I don't need to exchange private notes because Valerie is smiling because she has all of the literature on it. All of the literature on it. Every single piece of document. And do you think that is strategically, you know what you're doing, Stafford, when you had Valerie on this program? You're giving me full coverage that I can speak because she is ready to defend me. And provided Holiness thinks it's Valerie Nita alone, we have the International Association of Attorneys who are ready to back her up. Human rights attorneys, Black Caucus attorneys, attorneys who are members of the socialist movement internationally.
All right, here's another one.
So Valerie Nita is just one of many. One of many. She will be the lead principal against the government of Jamaica. And I can tell you, as it should I form government tomorrow, Valerie Nita will be my attorney general. There's no question about that. That is her partner draw. That will be her partner draw. That will be Valerie Nita's partner draw.
Andre, I have retired from politics, man. I am
all you have gone. Me I go back out with Dr. Peter Phillips. Because if me should have turned government, Dr. Peter Phillips have to be president of the Republic of Jamaica. Now ask Christ, me I tell you, Dr. Peter David Phillips have to be the president of the Republic. Auntie Valerie, the man walk circumspect, the man walk with integrity, honesty.
He does.
Come on, man. If we did have Peter Phillips as the prime minister, crime wouldn't be out of control. The public sector wouldn't be in the state where it's in. Peter Phillips would have got reason with the people them. He wouldn't use bullyism.
Yeah, well,
it's no longer bro God, you know, it's bully God. He's now the bully God, bully God, bully God, bully God, bully God.
One truth is that Dr. Peter Phillips has kept himself out of
mix up a
yes. And in fact, I think Jamaica has missed an opportunity to have corruption weeded out of our politics.
Yeah. So
Stafford, I can say if Bobby Montague and all of those boys are kitchen boys up Jamaica House, it's now time for Horace Chang to resign as you see Bishop Bailey